Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful day outside, and I took my daughter out the other day and flew this, and then I saw a whole bunch of people on the internet that tried to fly wings or throw them or whatever and are just having all kinds of problems. So I wanted to make a quick video to show you my tips and tricks on how you throw your wing. How do you launch it to get it up in the air? Because that's absolutely the hardest part. And the first thing that I can say is you need to know how to fly line of sight a little bit. At least flying away from yourself, that's easy, but it's so hard to tell somebody to learn line of sight when they're trying to fly a wing FPV, but it is what it is. So moving on, now to the tips and tricks of the launch. So I'm going to show you 4 different types of launches: across the body and straight throws, not over your head throws, but this is across the body throw, and this is what I consider a straight throw. So I'm going to do all 4 types, left-handed and right-handed, so that way it gives you an idea of what it looks like, what it should look like, what your wing should do as soon as it leaves your hand, all of those things. So the first thing, again, is CG. As you see, like, it's pretty good on the CG points on my fingers. So 100% important. If your CG is not correct, it's gonna do something wonky. It's made to fly on CG. The second thing is with your elevons, you don't want them in a downward position. You want them to kind of be elevating a little bit, because you can always push it forward. It's harder to pull up than it is to go ahead and push forward if you're climbing, because once you push forward, you gain airspeed, and then you can control it easier. So again, all of that aside, this video is more about launching than anything. So here goes an across the body left-handed launch. This is how I launch all of my wings. So left hand, throttle up 3/4, and I throw across my body. Here we go. All right, so that was a pretty crazy launch, and in fact, I'm glad that I was really paying attention, because it went sideways. But that's just another thing. If I had been right-handed and it launched like that, I very well may not have made it to the stick in time to have gone ahead and gotten it straightened out in order to not actually crash the thing. So next we're gonna do the straight-handed left-hand throw. All right, so that was left-handed across the body. This is left-handed straight throw. So again, it had a little wobble there, so it's always good to be good on the stick, and with the left-handed toss, you're always on that aileron, elevator, elevon, whatever. You're always on that elevon stick. So that allows you to really be on it as soon as the wing gets some stability in the air. Oh. All right. Next is the right-handed tosses. Right-handed tosses are probably going to be more common because most people are right-handed. I'm a lefty, and it's easier for me to throw left-handed. So it'll be the across the body right-handed throw, and then I'll do the straight right-handed throw, just to give you a show of what these actually look like and what it should look like coming out of your hand. So again, across the body to me is elbow, and then you come out. It's almost like you're throwing a frisbee. Here we go, 3/4 throttle, and my finger's on the throttle this time, so it takes me a second to get my second hand over to the elevon stick. So it's just that split second of time that you need to really get the wing going. So I'm gonna throw it a little harder and try and throw it straight as possible. Here we go. All right, so as you can see, that was an absolutely terrible throw. So we'll just leave that out there. But again, it took me a second to get my finger back onto the stick. And I mean, in some instances, that may be a problem. Because if you're not ready for it, you can crash. which is mostly that's what I've noticed that that people are crashing on. So, oh, can I catch all of them? Oh, that was a hard one. All right, the last one is the right-handed straight toss. That's like this. 3/4 throttle again. Here we go. So for me, I had a little bit more elevation on that throw. It definitely came out of my hand better. And I was a little more prompt on the Elevon. So that may have just been a better right-hand throw than the across the body. But my preference is always going to be left hand across the body. So that is my 4 types of throws with your wing. If you have questions, go ahead and ask in the comments. Across the body is always going to be the easiest. It's going to give you the most momentum out of your hand, especially in left-hand situations because you already have your finger on the Elevon, so you're ready to go. That right-handed throw is always difficult because your finger's on the throttle, so you have to get your hand back down to the transmitter to get onto the Elevon. So I hope these tips help you out. If they do, definitely let me know if you need some help or whatever. But 100% before you do anything, CG is the most important thing with a wing. If you don't have that correct, it's just going to crash. So good luck with your wing flying. See ya.